Os y cyfle hwyr yma, mae yng nghefn y rwyd ar y postyn pella.
Lawrence yn croesi yn y pen draw! A peniad Mo Ali! Mae yna ganlyniad syfrdanol ar y cardia!
Oedd ergyd yn gower! A mae Bradley wedi rhoi'r ymwelwyr ar y blaen. Goset sy'n mynd amdani! Ac o bosib, dyna'r gol sy'n rhoi Caernarfon y rownd gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru.
Cyffro Cwpan Cymru'n parhau, Lilies gwynion y Rhyl yn cwrdd â Caernarfon ar lan y môr. Yma i Colwyn, rownd gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru, JD, pwy fydd yn cwrdd ar Flint yn y ffeinal. Rhain beth i bod yn y rownd derfynol, ond mae'r clofis yma yn ei cannoedd. Tipyn o wyrgylch, cefnogwr y Rhyl di heidio yma hefyd, a mae Macklin Williams yn cadw cwmni fi. Pnawn da, Jaws.
Pnawn da, Adel.
Tipyn o le i fod. Ddoi o'n i'n gwylio Bangor yn colli yn erbyn Flint, yn colli'n drwm. Mae yna dybygwydd mawr rhwng y ddau glwb. Y ddau wedi gofod ail sefydlu mewn fyny'r cyngreiriau. Rhyl yn gobeithio bydd dim tebygrwydd o ran y canlyniad pnawn yma.
Ia, wrth gwrs, a dim o beth yn erbyn Bangor o'i ildio mor gynnar yn y gêm. A tyn byd wrth y Flint, maen nhw'n dîm tro gwych yn 2016, un gêm nhw wedi golli flwyddyn yma, felly ia, oedd hi'n dalcan calad wrth gwrs pan oedd y gol yma mewn mor gynnar ac twyd yn lladd gobeithio'n Bangor, ond twyd efallai fod ti eisiau ddeud yn rwsos bod ti'n un cam rhy bell i Bangor, mae yna ddwy haen rhwng y ddau dîm, so un haen sy'n pnawn yma, felly twyd mi oedd sydd wedi bod yn gamp aruthrol i Bangor gyro'r Flint doi ac dwi'n meddwl oedd y Rhyl ti'n bach wythyddiog fydda nhw ymdopi efo beth sy'n Caernarfon pnawn yma.
Faint bydd Rhyl wedi dysgu o wylio hon? O'n i'n diddorol clywed Owain Tudur Jones yn sôn, falle bod Bangor wedi gwneud camgymeriad mawr yn ceisio chwarae gêm arferol a ddim addasu. Fydd Rhyl wedi cael rhybydd, ta beth?
Do, mae wedi cael rybydd ac mae'n siŵr fe gyn Paul Moore gynllun. So, mae rhaid chdi fod y rwystro Caernarfon. Ti sbio'r tîm Caernarfon, maen nhw mor ymosodol a ti sbio'r y fain cyd nod. Tos o pawb o'r fain cyd i cychwyn y gêm. A so mae'n dod yn bemplaeth, mae'n siŵr i Richard Davies bigo 11 i gychwyn y gêm. A cadw drws cefn, ceisio rwystro Caernarfon mor hir a fedrith nhw peidio ildio y gol gynnar na fel nath Bangor ddau.
Ie, Bangor yn colli yn drwm yn erbyn Flint. 5-1 oedd honna. Dewch i weld be fydd yn digwydd fan hyn. Rhyl yn cwrdd a Caernarfon. Rhyl yn bumed yn ei cyngrair yng Nghyngrair y Gogledd. Dewch i ni glywed gan i'r rheolwr nhw felly. Ifan Gwilym sydd wedi bod yn holi. Paul Moore.
Well, Paul, Welsh Cup semi-final, a big occasion. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, it's a great occasion for the football club. I'm excited. Obviously, it's been a few weeks in the making, hasn't it? And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the game. I think it'll be a good game.
6 years to this weekend since the old Rhyl club played its last game.
Yeah.
For a Phoenix club to come to this stage so quickly, just a word on the journey so far for this club.
Well, yeah, it's been incredible. You know, I've been a part of it for the last 15 months. You know, and I know Pez had started it off as the first manager. So you know, they won the Tier 4, I think, and then coming to Tier 3, a couple of years in Tier 3, and then I've come on board on about 15 months ago. So. And you know, we've won the Tier 2 and Tier 3, and then coming to Tier 2 now, and we've done really well. You know, we're 5th in the league, and it's gone well. And the lads have accepted everything that we've asked of them, and they've performed incredibly this season. You know, with a couple of great cup runs, and obviously today. So yeah, it's been fantastic. The people behind the scenes have been working tirelessly. You know, you can't fault the people that Adam and Tom, and then obviously the supporters, the volunteers that are there. You know, I always say that's the main part of a football club. It's not about just the manager and the lads. Yeah, we go and do it on the pitch, but you've got to have that stability behind you and support, and they're just fantastic. It's just a great place to be.
You said after beating Barry in the last round that whoever you had, they were in for a fight. What's the key message you've given to your players before today's game?
I've just asked them to, give the best version of themselves, and that's exactly what they've done in key games that we've had this season. We've let ourselves down this season in games where we felt that we should have gone and won. And I know lots of football teams can say the same, but we generally have this season. We've played some really top sides, and we're the only team this season to beat Llandudno in the league. And we beat Holywell. So. The game against Barry was special, but the team have got a real belief about them, and I know what they can produce, and it's whether or not they, settled enough and calm enough to go out there and do that. And if they do, we'll make a game of it.
Diolch Paul.
Paul Moore yn fanna, then rheoli fan hyn am gyfnod, bydd yn gyfarwydd ar maes ta beth. A gêm na nefyn y Bari yn ddiddorol. Bydd clywed hefyd yn sôn y ffaith bod nhw wedi ennill yn erbyn clybiau uwch I pennau nhw. Yn ennill yn erbyn clwb o uwch Gyngrair Cymru, fel ni'n gweld fan hyn. Mae rhaid fod hwnna'n helpu iddyn nhw heddi.
Mae, ac enwedig pan sydd wedi mynd gol I lawr yn y gêm, so di ddangos cymeriad I ddod yn ôl I mewn a troi gêm ar ei ffen. A hon yn gol wych, groesiad wych I mewn I cwrs Cosby a Moali, amseru'r rediad yn berffaith o ganol cae fyna.
Un o'i ser nhw, mae fe angen pnawn mawr yn ymddiffyn.
Yndi mae o, a fi rhaid I Caernarfon fod yn wyliadwrus a hon, Bale, Archie Jones yn holli'r amddiffyn, a mae o dan bwysa fyna, a mae o'n codi'r Bale yn gelfydd dros y golwr, a yn gorffan yn glinigol, ac eto, fod Caernarfon di'r ffefrynna, mae rhaid nhw fod yn wyliadwrus o'r wedi gyddau yna, ac ti sbio ar yr Rhyl hefyd, maen nhw wedi curo Llandudno'r unig dîm I wneud yna, mor yma yn y Gyngrair, a tre ffynon, yn y tri ucha. Nes I wneud y gêm rhwng y ddau dîm yna nos Wener, ac oedd hi'n glincar o gêm, a fi Rhyl ddim yn eistedd lawr y prynawn yma a gorfod I lawr.
Ie, Llandudno'n sicrhau dyrchafiad. O ran Caernarfon, wedyn ni, wel, dyn nhw'n wedi cael taith hawdd I gyrraedd y pedwar ola. Gawn ni weld nhw'n ennill yn erbyn Bai Colwyn, ennill yn erbyn Bai Colwyn yn y Gyngrair wythnos diwetha hefyd. A hefyd I ennill, goffa mynd I Met, ennill yn Met. Mae'n bod yn dipyn o daith i'r cofis. Ia,
dwi'n meddwl ar gêm na lawr yng Nghyncoed sydd wedi dod yn yw yma, herwydd nhw wedi curo Seintia Newydd yn y rownd blynyddoral, y deiliaid. A di bob amser yn hawdd mynd lawr I Cyncoed I curo Met Caerdydd. A gol hwyr os fi'n cofyn iawn enillodd y gêm yna. A wrth nhw grasfa, I Bai Colwyn y prawn yma ac yn heiddiannol yn cyrraedd y rownd gynderfynol. A dyn sôn yn barod, mae'r garfan a'r ddyfnder sydd gan Richard Davies mor gry, a mae hanner y chwaraewyr di ennill y Gyngrair, y gwpan, efo'r Seintia Newydd, Conor Roberts Llynedd, Osa Clark a Sean Bradley ar y fainc yn y rownd gynderfynol. Mae gen ti Adrian Chislovic sy'n dechrau mi o di ennill o'r blaen. Mae'r profiad gan chwaraewyr Caernarfon, maen nhw wedi bod yma blaen efo clwb eraill wrth gwrs, ond mae hwnna'n di dal I ffrwyth prynoma. Ie, mae'r garfan. A'r cynnig ar y fainc, Adam Davies, Zach Clark, Josh Locke, Ewan Lewis, ar y fainc I Caernarfon. Wel ia, dyna dwi'n dweud, pob un yn gallu cychwyn y gêm a sa'n neb yn dadla. A dyna di'r dymder. A dwi'n meddwl hwn di carfan gyrfa mae Caernarfon di gael ers bod nhw'n dyn ôl I chwarae yng Nghymru. Oedd yn Ewrop 2 flynedd yn ôl, ond dwi'n meddwl bod y garfan yma tipyn cryfach nag oedd o adeg hynny. Ie, maen nhw'n ffefrynnau, clir heddi ac ar gyfer y rown, y gystadleuaeth yn gyfan gwbl. Ond y bwysau ran ni, jyst yn fedd, mae rai bod yna bwysau? Oes, mae yna bwysau pan ydych chi'n ffefrynnau ac hefyd efo'r cefnogwyr. Mae nhw'n rhaid y bwysau ymlaen hefyd y cofi am. Mae amser yn rhethro fan hyn. Ni wedi clywed gan un rheolwr, dewch I ni glywed gan rheolwr Caernarfon, Richard Davies.
Wel, Rich, falle te gweud bod y rhediad diweddar yn y Gyngrair heb bod yn dda o ran canlyniadau, ond faint o hwb oedd penwythnos diwetha fuddugoliaeth yn mynd Bai Colwyn?
Oedd yn neis cael y win gyntaf yn y second phase. Ond dwi'n meddwl mae'r perfformiadau wedi bod y well na beth yw'r canlyniadau wedi bod. So, oedd yn ymwneud poeni gymaint yn fydd o. Mae pawb yn gwybod beth thoughts fi ar y Bari game, ond da ni wedi symud ymlaen o hwnna. A wedyn, ia, mae gennym ni achlysur ffantastig I fod yma heddiw. Dwi'n siŵr fod lle'n orlawn, mae'n melyn a gwyrdd. Ia, da ni'n mynd enjoy'r occasion a gobeithio rhoi perfformiad da I fewn, sy'n cael ni fewn I rown nesaf.
Ia, achlysur da, yn erbyn gwrthwynebu'r falle llai cyfarwydd, be ti'n disgwyl wrth y Rhyl heddi?
Dwi wedi gwachio nhw'n cwbl weithiau, da ni wedi trin o fath o bob gêm arall a roed y parch iddyn nhw, chos maen nhw'n heiddi yna. Ond ia, o beth da ni wedi weld, maen nhw'n 4-3-3, maen nhw'n reit yn gyrchol, maen nhw'n hwciad sy'n gallu rhedeg in behind a falle, so mae rhaid ni fod yn aware o pethau yma. Ond dwi'n gobeithio allan ni weinio'r experience a'r qualities gyda ni'n garfan ni I fod yn ormod iddyn nhw a gwachod y gêm ddoe. Ti'n sbio ar yr intensity a bob dim arall ar gêm ddoe. Os nawn ni'r un peth heddiw, mae rhaid ni fod ddefnyddiog allan ni fynd drwodd I rown nesaf.
Trwodd I rown, chi byth wedi cyrraedd o blaen Caernarfon. rhwng dim pa mor special yw y gwpan a be bydde fe'n olygu I chi gyrraedd yna?
Yndi, mae'n enfawr. Mae pawb eisiau bod yn rhan am y Cwpan Cymru'n a fatha'r FA Cup yn Saesneg neu'n Lloegr I suppose. So, ia, mae rhywbeth da ni eisiau bod yn rhan o'r ffeinal. Mae'r grŵp o hogia yma, maen nhw'n neud yn briliant a maen nhw'n creu chapter eu hunan yn hanes Caernarfon a gobeithio allith nhw neud eu hunan yn y statws yna o fynd y tîm gyntaf I fynd i'r ffeinal. Sa hynna'n unbelievable, achos dwi'n teimlo bod yn heiddi. Mae'r grŵp sgynna fi, dwi'n lwcus iawn. A ia, gobeithio allan ni creu'r hanes yn hynna iddo.
Diolch Rich.
Richard Davies yn siarad a Ifan Gwilym, ni'n barod amdani felly. Rownd gynderfynol arall am ben wythnos sydd wedi cael miloedd yn y ddwy gêm. Miloedd ddwy a Llandudno, felly hefyd fan hyn y mae Colwyn pnawn ma. Tîm y sylwebu'n barod, English language commentaries available, Ifan Gwilym, with Mike Wilde, Colwyn Bay manager, May Emrys, gyda Sean Moredydd. Rownd derfynol, mewn 5 wythnos, pwy fydd yno yn cwrdd ar Flint. Draw ni ydyn tîm y sylwebu.
Yes, Flint Town United await for the winners of this second semi-final in this season's JD Welsh Cup. Welcome to the Blue Turtle Arena, Colwyn Bay, for this big occasion. Rhyl 1879 versus Caernarfon Town. Two towns with a long footballing rivalry, but this is the first time that Caernarfon faced the new Phoenix club, Rhyl 1879. 6 years yesterday, the old Rhyl Football Club played their last game. So a remarkably quick rise for the new club to reach this. A big occasion in the Welsh domestic football calendar. Richard Davies, the manager for Caernarfon, looking on from the stands today. He's on a pitch-side suspension. Dan Thomas, the captain for Caernarfon. And we'll go through the lineups. Rhyl beat Barry Town in the quarter-finals. They've already beaten Cymru Premier opposition. And it's only one change since that victory. Tom Kemp comes into the defence instead of club captain Rhys Fairhurst, who's suspended after collecting 2 yellow cards during the cup run. Ben Lightfoot is the only player to start every game of Rhyl's cup run so far and is their leading scorer in the competition with 4. Caernarfon picked up their first league victory of 2026 last weekend against Colwyn Bay, and they see no reason to change their starting 11 from that game. That means club top scorer Adam Davies remains on the bench. And in terms of Rhyl, I've got Mike Wilde with me in the commentary box. What are you expecting? Tier 2 opposition, a bit less familiar?
Yeah, well, we know it's going to be a difficult task for Rhyl this evening. You only need to look at the starting lineup of Caernarfon and the attacking threat that they've got. They've certainly got their work cut out, but I'm sure the game plan's in place. And Paul's put a decent game plan in place in order to counteract anything like that. But Caernarfon looks like they're going to set up and probably go into that box position that they're so used to playing, and the fluidity between the forwards is something that's going to cause massive problems all this afternoon.
In terms of the players that are playing, you've got 3 there that have joined from during the January transfer window, and it's going to be a tough game for the defenders of Rhyl, like Mo Ali here.
100%. When you've got the quality like Brad Young possesses, you've also then got Bradley, you've got Sis, also then you've got Josh Lark on the bench, and you've got Adam Davies as well. So when you talk about threats, we're looking at him right now. We've obviously been exposed to that threat a couple of times in the recent weeks as well. So very sharp young man, and he certainly knows where the goal is as well.
A good turnout here. We were expecting a large crowd. There's quite often a large crowd here at Colwyn Bay, but it's a bit different. Obviously, 2 sets of visiting fans, Michael, and it's an energy here that's, well, it's giving me energy as a player. What are these players must be feeling?
Oh, they will, and that's going to be the most important thing from a Rhyl perspective. These players, how quickly can they settle down into this semi-final at this unbelievable occasion in this unbelievable arena as well, when obviously I'm a little bit biased when it comes to that, but the Blue Turtle Arena has been really special for us this season, and it's going to be special for one of these teams now.
Oh, the referee, John Andrew Jones, kicks us off. who will be going to Newport in April. Archie Jones on the edge of the box. Rhyl having the early little questions asking on the edge of the box. You see all the Covey army behind the goal supporting the Caernarfon in yellow and green. Quite a noise we have. Connor Roberts in goal, no stranger to the Welsh Cup. 4 times he's won with the New Saints. We talk about Caernarfon never having reached the final of the Welsh Cup before. There is a lot of experience on the field though, isn't there, Mike?
There is, and it's so important. I know it's a bit of a cliche and it's about like settling down into games, but obviously if you've been there and done it on numerous occasions, then players are going to understand what it takes. They're going to feel a little bit more comfortable, and that's what it's about now. Obviously we know Caernarfon's very comfortable on the football, like you can see right now. Everybody will want to get on the ball, and it's now just about Rhyl keeping their shape, keeping their discipline, especially for the first 5 or 10 minutes, and maybe capitalising on little mistakes like you just seen then as well.
Yeah, a little scare for Paulo Mendes. He managed to recover well. And Sislovic goes across field to Phil Mooney. That's the youngster Rio Owen on loan from Wrexham. This is Sislovic now, looking towards goal, tries to get that pass out to Darren Thomas. Danny Gossett was there too, but Ben Lightfoot is the one who steals the ball. A long ball through to Archie Jones. He's stronger than Addison, and he's called back. Foul given.
I think we've just seen a little bit of a pattern of the game there, of how it's going to probably develop, especially in the first 20 minutes. You've got Caernarfon keeping the ball, very comfortable, then just looking for a chance, really, Rhyl to obviously nip in and then slide Archie Jones down the side of the centre-halves.
It was a very similar breakaway goal there. Archie Jones scored the winner against Barry in the last round. Coming from behind, the Premier team were the first to score. Rhyl winning 2-1 in the end, and that will give them a lot of confidence coming into this, knowing that they can beat Premier opposition already. There's Paul Moore, the manager.
Yeah, that's vital as well, and that was in obviously a quarter-final, so they gained experience. We talk about having experience. The players can relate to that from the last round, and hopefully they can put it into practice once again, because they've started really bright here, Rhyl, in regards to know what the game plan is. You can see there's going to be a 1v1 battle with Archie Jones at the top of the pitch as well, up against Mooney.
This is Owen. Morgan Owen, 2 Owens for Caernarfon. This is Morgan Owen, the through ball towards Darren Thomas, the captain. He gets it into the middle. Who's there? Goes past everybody, including Rio Owen, who's closest to it. And Morgan Murray sends it up. Gives his team a bit of time, I suppose. But it is Caernarfon with another wave. As you're saying, already seeing a pattern developing.
Yeah, and rightly so. I mean, this gives an opportunity to Rhyl to get settled into the game, and they certainly want to get past the 10-15 minute mark as well, with it being 0-0, and then they can apply a little bit of pressure as and when. I'm sure Paul's come up with a game plan of when that kind of happens.
And this is the previous chance.
You can see how elusive and obviously fluid the front line is of Caernarfon as well. So they're going to cause problem all afternoon for this back four.
Conor Everett sends it forward. Tom Kemp strong in defence. Experienced Tom Kemp. And the captain's armband in his first absence. Now it's Dan Atkins. Dan Atkins tries the ball. He saw the run from Jack Barry.
That's a great bit of play by Dan. Obviously seeing Morgan Owen out of his hole as well, or a little bit deeper, wants to get at him, and I'm sure that's going to be the message as well, getting in behind Morgan Owen on this right hand side. Dan's left.
Sislovic. And joined from the New Saints. He wasn't getting game time enough there. He's regularly starting now since joined to the Oval. Archie Jones down in the middle. And Kyle Harrison asking for support from his fellow players. Gossett with the ball into the box. Sislovic with a header, and it curls past the post.
Yeah, great ball in by Danny Gossett. It's a weighted ball to the back post, and Sis has done really well to lose his mark and just tried to guide it into the far corner. Possibly another Caernarfon player, if you're on the right page, can he also go toward the back post for a little tap in? Paulo Mendes is only a couple of feet away there.
Well, the first major chance for either team. Danny Gossett creating. But it is a goal kick, and Alex Swindle will send it. Still some arguing pitch side about that incident in the centre circle just leading up to that. But in the centre circle we are now with Darren Thomas being floored. Late challenge by Rocco Hewitt.
Yeah, he's caught him a little bit. Just obviously a little bit sharp, a little bit quicker for him as he's gone onto the lunge. As soon as you start lunging, you're obviously out of control of your actions, and Dan Thomas took advantage of that, felt a little nicking, and they've got an opportunity now to get the ball into the box or in and around the 18-yard line to cause a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, that's what they are waiting for, the delivery from Connor Roberts. Harrison can't rise enough, but it is Gossett now who spreads it wide to Sean Bradley. Gossett. Now it's Rio Owen. Caernarfon taking their time. Closing Rhyl in. Sislovic out on the right. And a good intervention there by Dan Atkins. Some good work there by Dan.
Yeah, he's worked hard. It's a bright start from Dan as well. I think this is the area that they will try to exploit as well with Dan. Very pacey, obviously we know a lot about him. He's on loan to Rhyl from ourselves, so he can potentially be a match winner as well for Rhyl.
Yeah, part of the promotion winning side from here last season. There's a few of the new signings for Rhyl over the summer, having experience of winning Tier 2, where Rhyl are at the moment. Morgan Murray with Hollywell, Tom Kemp in defence, having done so with Prestatyn, promoted with Flint as well. This is the level they want to be at. Welsh Cup semi-finals, Premier opposition every weekend.
Yeah, Rhyl have just got to be careful the next couple of minutes. Danny Gossett's just starting to pull a little bit of strings now. You're seeing a lot more of the ball. Obviously looking for forward runs as well, just to stretch the back line. Maybe a little bit more pressure is needed in the middle of the park, just so he doesn't get all its own way. And that'll be a test in the next 5 minutes.
Mark Orme was leading the pitch side for Caernarfon, having Richard Davis, the main manager, in the little booth we saw just now, opposite side. It's frustrating for a manager to be not in the dugout, I imagine, Mike.
It is, yeah, and it's very hard to get your messages across, so Rhyl needs to take advantage of that as well, especially in these early minutes.
Not for a goal kick. Just in front of those fans there, the Caernarfon fans. We know a very well supported side. Rhyl historically are so as well. The rivalry that goes a long way beyond the League of Wales. The season before the League of Wales started, these two were playing each other in the Northern Premier League, First Division. Gossett with the ball into the middle, and it homes out for a corner kick, and he was lucky that there wasn't any player in yellow and green there.
Yeah, it's good. Great ball from Mooney. Obviously now Danny wants to stretch the play a little bit. It's got in behind with the third man run, and obviously it's just one of them forwards just wanting to be in the right place at the right time. I think Brad Young's just got attracted to the near post, and there was nobody available just to tap that in.
Gossett once again creating. Sean Bradley is taking it short. Sizlovic lays it. He's taking a deflection. Mo Ali in 6-yard box. He's down. It will be a free kick for Rhyl. Driving instructor Mo Ali. Nicky John had a word with him during the week. He taught Kobe Mainu how to drive his car. Swindle again then with the long ball from the goal kick. Still early days. Caernarfon creating so far.
I actually think they've settled into the game really well, Rhyl, to be perfectly honest. And again, you want to get past that 10-minute mark, which they have done now. And they're just kind of settling into it, and they're feeling their way through. The next 10 minutes is going to be crucial.
Gossett with the header. Hewitt out to Murray. Does manage to get the ball past Sean Bradley. Archie Jones can't control. It's Gossett. Dunmore going to win. There's pressure on him. Does well. Gossett into Rhyl's half. Ball forwards to Rio Owen. Outside is Sean Bradley. Got 3 waiting in the box for Caernarfon. Gossett. Well, he's already delivered a few good crosses. What can happen now? Mendes from distance, and it was always swerving out.
Yeah, it's a difficult technique. Dan's obviously pulling the strings like we said before, but that is a difficult technique coming across your body. Paolo just hasn't really executed the way he wanted to. You could see what he was trying to do, but yeah, it was never going to threat him.
Danny Gossett, he's been the outstanding, the one to watch so far, I suppose, in terms of Caernarfon. And Mark Orme, Caernarfon assistant. Rhyl fans behind Alex Swindle, the goalkeeper. A lot of Rhyl fans around us cheering for that decision going their way. Kyle Harrison just sort of pulled down Archie Jones fair.
Do you know what? It's funny, isn't it? Some weeks you get them, some weeks you don't. For me, not 100% a free kick, but you always ask the question. And the problem is as soon as his arm starts getting wrapped around Archie Jones, he's in trouble then, Harrison. So he's give a question to the referee, and obviously he's answered it as a free kick.
I thought you'd always lean towards the attacker.
I'm evolving.
So Ben Lightfoot will take this. Scored 4 in the cup so far. Can he create now? And that flies just above Mo Ali's head. As we approach quarter of an hour on the clock.
Yeah, really good area. Unfortunately, just ahead of Mo Ali there. Maybe setting off his run a little bit earlier. But obviously, it was a nice high line that Caernarfon then had on that free kick.
Now to Phil Mooney. Goes long, Roy Owen reaches for it. But Ali clears easily. All up towards Archie Jones. And they win a throw-in. Archie Jones. Game winner against Barry Town in the last round. It's clearly the lonely target man for Rhyl in this game so far. Oh, Ali scored the other goal on that quarter-final against Barry to equalise after Ollie Hilbert put Barry ahead. Header into the middle. Dan Atkins will race against Sislovic for this. Atkins, he's got Billy Holmes ahead. Holmes off Morgan Owen, that has gone out for a throw-in. Attacking throw-in for Rhyl. And the tall left back, Billy Holmes, to take. Archie Jones battling with Paolo Mendes for the ball. Harrison slips as he clears there. Lightfoot out towards Murray. Murray towards Parry's in the middle. Parry goes for goal and is pushed out by Connor Roberts. I'm not sure if he would have hit the target anyway. Roberts had to make sure.
Yeah, Rhyl have sprung a really good attack and committing bodies as well when they do it. So really positive from Rhyl.
There's no touch from Connor Roberts either way. So I can safely say he wasn't going to go in. Goal kick. There's a darting run by Danny Gossett there. Darren Thomas tries to get the flick towards him. Caernarfon in a danger zone now. Rio went. Where's he going? He just slips. It gives an opportunity for Rocco Hayward to clear. Rio in. Back to Mooney. Harrison to Morgan Owen. Long it's gone into the corner. He's kept it in. Flag's gone away. Billy Holmes clears only as far as Danny Gossett. Gossett. Sislovic trying to play the ball through. Now it's Darren Thomas. Well, we know he can strike from that distance. And the just being charged away from goal there by Tom Kemp. Well, they've reached the Welsh Cup final already. Flint was live on Sgorio yesterday, and they'll be live against Bala next weekend, Saturday at 12:15 on Sgorio. And for Flint, a former club of yours, Mike, for a time, great for them to get into the final, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Fowles has done a fantastic job to get his squad to a final, and I'm sure they're going to rightly enjoy that occasion as well.
Gossett, it's a foot of the ball, but it's Billy Holmes that keeps the ball going in Rhyl's favour. Dan Atkins just holds off with Ben Lightfoot with a header towards him. Roberts has cleared. Out for a throw. 20 minutes almost. Paul Moore, very happy so far, you think?
Very happy, yeah. I think there's a couple of interesting individual battles going on onto the pitch as well. Obviously you got Archie Jones with Harrison, and also Dan Atkins here on the left hand side, obviously causing Morgan Owen a few problems, and then Kemp and Ali are keeping Young and also Dan Thomas fairly quiet at the moment. But as I say, with the attacking availability that Caernarfon have got, the fluidity and the way the interchange, it's not just about the first 20 minutes, it's going to be about the whole 95 minutes, but especially moving into half time. They need to keep their concentration levels that back four.
Morgan Owen with a bit of space here. Continue to with his run, Morgan Owen. And again, now finds Gossett. Not sure if he deliberately tried to leave that. He didn't manage to collect it in time.
That's dangerous, obviously, when Morgan Owen does roll in. This is why it can be exploited when they haven't got the ball. But when he does roll in on the ball, he's almost a free player and can pick out a pass. Now, if then Danny Gossett's either having his third man run or he's available to play feet, that's when Rhyl are going to have a problem.
Oh, that long ball was asking a lot from Morgan Murray. He did do his best to reach. This is Morgan Owen again on the ball. Mooney. Out to Bradley. Got Rhyl Owen ahead of him. Owen, youngster. Gossett. Now out to Sislovic. It's on the edge of the box, gets his delivery in and the header out wide. Brad Young looks to the skies. That was the opportunity for previous lead scorer of the league.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed that he hasn't hit the target. Nice and positive from Sis. Puts the ball in, great position. And he just obviously directed it wide. There's enough pace on that for more of a glance into the far corner. Maybe just a missed timing of the head from Brad Young.
Another look at it. Well, halfway through the first half, and this is it would be an upset if Rhyl were to win, being in tier 2. Already done better than Bangor did yesterday, conceding early. 6 minutes it took Flint to take the lead through Dan Stevenson. 3-0 by half-time. As you said earlier, Michael, they've gone through the first 10 minutes, they've gone through the next.
Yeah, they'll be really happy. Again, they're trying to shift Caernarfon one side, lock them in one side. So either side, the centre halves are stepping in. So it's obviously Mooney and Owen on the other side. But they just have to make sure when they spring an attack now, they spring with purpose and with men going forward like they did to create their last chance. It's harder from deeper positions, though.
Harry tries to put the pressure on Morgan Owen, who does get the ball out to Arjan Sislovic, and Willie Holmes just slows things down. Mooney. Get time to carry. Mooney towards Mendes. There's Rhyl Owen. What can Sislovic create now? Well, expecting better from Arjan Sislovic.
Yeah, I mean, his first ball in just before for Brad Young was excellent. That one's just took a little bobble. So we know it's hard. Sometimes difficult pitches, difficult surfaces, and when it takes a bobble, it's not always going to come off. But yeah, I mean, Sis will be disappointed in his end product there.
Richard Day is making his notes. Swindle. It's headed straight back by Phil Mooney, a big strong header. It's Gossett. He's got Bradley outside. And Lawrence facing down Sean Bradley. Bradley past one. Oh, just out of Morgan Owen's reach. Archie Jones right at the heels of Kyle Harrison, and they've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Rhyl holding their shape well there.
Yeah, they are, and they're working very hard as well.
Morgan Owen, Caernarfon come again. Just get to the corner, it's Billy Holmes there. Rhyl Owen. lot of movement by Rhyl Owen. Picking up the ball at either wing. Mo Ali up towards Jack Parry. Mendes ready for it, steals the ball. In the corner is Darren Thomas. 39-year-old controls. Rhyl Owen. Now towards Rhyl Owen. Maybe rushes the shot in the end. Way high by Rhyl Owen. Mark Holm having some instructions for Adrian Sislovic. Well, who's relaying it straight away to Rhyl Owen. Hopefully there's no case of Chinese whispers and that message has gone safe towards Rhyl Owen. This is Rhyl Owen. The header back by Mo Ali. And Rhyl Owen closing down on Swindle, who's relieved to see the goal. Kick coming his way.
Yeah, he's worked really hard here and obviously just trying to create problems. And I think the message might have been in playing more of a central role, a little bit higher up.
Well, and almost immediately having a great effect. Rhyl Owen, who we saw with a good bit of skill to create first goal for Caernarfon last weekend. As I see a foul on Morgan Murray, gives a free kick to Rhyl in the centre circle. We'll have a look.
Yeah, I mean, again, going back to the first instance as well, there's hands everywhere, so yeah, definitely a free kick and an opportunity now for Rhyl.
Well, they've given away cheaply the possession. They'll have another chance here from the throw-in. Forward by Ben Lawrence. Matty Jones. And Kyle Harrison happy just to put it out for a throw-in. They'll have to face this now.
Yeah, Rhyl are plugging away in the work in the line now, so this is the type of opportunities they'll want to see if they can take advantage of. But they can't keep giving away cheap possession. They've got to, when they're in the final third, or when they're in and around the box, start being a little bit more positive.
Big old flag for Caernarfon for this occasion. Quite a scary looking picture of Rich Davis there on it. Owen out towards Mooney. Now Bradley has gone high. Bradley Young is the runner for Caernarfon. Can he control? He gets a tip. Lawrence just puts it out. Opportunity slowed down there for Caernarfon, but it's still there with a throw in. Gossett to Sean Bradley. Once again, it's Rhyl just sending Caernarfon back to their back line. Mendes to Sislovic. Holmes ahead of him. Some space now for Mooney. What can he do? Mooney goes for goal, and the defender almost with a wonderful strike from outside the box to put Caernarfon ahead as we approach half an hour on the clock.
Yeah, some really good feet on the edge of the box, and it was left foot. Great effort.
You'd be happy with that, I guess.
I haven't got a left foot, so I'd be more than happy with that.
Oh, the magnets are on the board. Apparently he can go into the changing rooms at half-time. It is strictly a pitch-side ban during the game. He's preparing his speech, isn't he? Bradley as well to fool Ben Lawrence, but Lawrence does well to get up back on his feet, get that important touch.
Yeah, they're working so hard defensively as well here, Rhyl. Concentration levels now moving into the last 15 minutes is so critical.
Hewitt out towards Atkins. He's slowed down, he loses his footing, but he's got the support from Hewitt. And now Holmes into the box. Lightfoot sends the ball up. There's no offside, and it's gone out. Well, not on target, Ben Lightfoot. What an opportunity.
Yeah, Connor Roberts will be a relieved man here.
Well, no time to look at it again, because Caernarfon, they're trying to strike back straight away. Ben Lightfoot already scored 4 in this season's Welsh Cup. And this is him now, Lightfoot. Almost putting a shock lead for Rhyl. Murray with a touch and a jump, still going towards that corner. And the free kick goes Caernarfon's way. Let's have a look at that.
I think Connor's just judged it and realised he couldn't come with his hands, so he's have to go with his head. But obviously goalkeepers aren't renowned for heading the ball, and on this occasion the ball just trickles wide.
Gossett now towards Sislovich. Little scare for Caernarfon earlier. Now it's their turn to try and put the pressure on Rhyl, who are dealing with the pressure well so far.
They are. They just got to be careful with that little into-out run there that Rio Owens just done through Sis's pass. So that is so difficult to defend.
Free kick for the foul on Adam Sislovich. Paul Moore, you can see in the bottom corner there, not agreeing with that decision. Now Sislovich and Sean Bradley to take. Swindle trying to organise his wall. It's Jack Parry and Rocco Hewitt there. Plenty waiting in the box as well. Real good opportunity now for Caernarfon. As Badio can't get it past the wall. Bradley, Parry sliding in. Bradley does well to evade the tackle, but gives the ball straight to Ben Lightfoot, and now it's Parry. Parry drives, he sees the run from Archie Jones. Archie Jones, where's the support? Comes from Billy Holmes. He rushes that pass, easily picked out by Paulo Mendes. Rhyl win out. Bradley Young asking for the pass, and it's picked out by Tom Kemp in defence. Morgan Murray with a cross. Archie Jones slides in for it, and it's painfully out of reach. Paul Moore applauds.
Yeah, it's a really good ball. A really good ball, just slightly misjudged. In fact, I think the timing's actually there. It's just the misjudgment of foot placement.
I'm sure they'll be getting some confidence from these chances that they're starting to create now.
Yeah, the last two minutes, the game kind of opened up and it was a bit more basketball-y, which helped Rhyl have men in attack. So it's just, they've got to be careful to make sure that they don't become 1v1 all over the pitch.
Dan Thomas towards Rhyl Owen. Dan Thomas continued with his run. Rhyl Owen has to pass it back out. Danny Gossett curls the cross towards Dan Thomas. And there was an offside call coming anyway. There's one thing that they have done well this year, Rhyl, is they have performed well against top opposition. Obviously, we mentioned beating Barry. They're the only team that have beaten Llandudno in the league, which says a lot. Llandudno, who've, well, sealed their top 3 spot. It looks like they'll be coming up to the Cymru Premier next season, Llandudno. Helped by Dylan Proctor, who was a Rhyl player last season. Their top scorer, 28 for Rhyl last season, moving to Llandudno in the summer. And key for Llandudno getting, well, they're top of the Cymru North at the moment. Top 3 come up, providing they have a licence. Sislovic in the centre circle. It's Gossett. Patient play by Caernarfon. Morgan Owen, he's going to go from distance. Well, we've seen him do that in Europe. Caernarfon's first ever goal in Europe against Crusaders. Very similar position. Couldn't get past the defender that time. Owen. Towards Mooney. Harrison. This is Brad Young. Can't find Sislovic. Did take a deflection. Mendes. Hewitt right there, just to disrupt for Rhyl. But Gossett, is there a shot? It does come eventually, but it's deflected and it goes high for a corner. It's Gossett again.
Yeah, patient build-up, slick passing, great little pocket found on the edge of the box, and it took deflection for a corner.
It's Billy Holmes with that important touch. Deny Danny Gossett. Sean Bradley to take the corner. Went short last time from this position. Goes right towards the penalty spot this time. Mooney leaves it. Dan Thomas. Hewitt out to face him. Go Hewitt. Been working hard last few minutes. Rocco Hewitt. Rhyl get the ball forwards towards Archie Jones. Dan Atkins on a run, trying to provide an option. As Danny Gossett following Archie Jones all the way. He does get the ball to Morgan Murray. And it goes over. But again, Rhyl, as we approach half-time, really coming into this game in terms of creating opportunities.
Yeah, great play by Archie. Battling his way through, manages to find a little bit of space. I think it was more of a cross shot.
Is that a case of getting caught in two minds sometimes?
Yeah, that is. I think he's pulled out last minute there. He's thinking that he can actually deliver a shot, but realises, I think Dan Atkins was in there, so it's almost a half-half effort.
Morgan Murray, can he get the shot away? Morgan Murray needed a save from Connor Roberts. Archie Jones was moving in the box as well. He's still there now, Dan Atkins. He's floored just outside the box. Rhyl and their supporters buoyed by this. period now.
Bright play by Morgan Murray once again. And there's some intensity in that shot as well. Good save by Connor.
Well, that was something that Rich Davis, the Caernarfon manager, specifically said he wanted to see intensity from his team. It looks like Rhyl are the team that's showing more intensity at the moment. Morgan Murray himself standing by the ball. He's got plenty of people in his ear. Billy Holmes, Jack Barry, Ben Lightfoot. Not sure if there's some disagreement about how this is going to be played. It's a big old meeting. He's just had his shot. I'm supposing he wants to take it, doesn't he, Morgan Murray?
I think he fancies himself.
There's a deflection off of Sean Bradley. That could have gone anywhere.
Anywhere, you know, and that's it. Hit the target. Sometimes deflection will go for you, go against you. This time it's gone for Caernarfon.
Well, it's a corner. There is Morgan Murray and Jack Parry almost combining from the free kick. They'll be waiting for the delivery now from Billy Holmes for the corner. What a great time to score this would be for Rhyl. The favourites clearly here are Caernarfon. The only team from the top 6 of the Cymru Premier still in the competition coming into this weekend. And Mr. Jones, the referee, having a word with Phil Mooney and Tom Kemp. And there's a little handshake from the captain, Tom Kemp. Billy Holmes with a sign. Well, Conor Roberts is on the ground with Mo Ali. I think there's a free kick being given. Oh.
I mean,
well,
yeah, I think Connor's made a really good effort of making a meal of it.
Right, well, yes. We've got more Welsh Cup semi-final action to come. 4:15 coverage starts for a half-4 kickoff. Wrexham versus Cardiff in the Butte Energy Welsh Cup. There's a free kick given for Caernarfon.
That's going to be a dangerous position now as well. They need to keep their concentration levels here now. Rhyl 5 minutes before the half. Do this right.
Well, this is an opportunity. We've just seen a few opportunities for Rhyl on the other side, but just, well, approaching the last minute of the 45 in the first half. And it's Sean Bradley to deliver for Caernarfon. Mendes closest to it, and it's out off Paulo Mendes for a goal kick. Well, Mark Orme, the one delivering the instructions at the moment, but it's that man, Rich Davis, who will be talking in a couple of minutes in the changing room. What do you think he'll be telling the Caernarfon players at half-time?
Well, I think, like we said at the beginning of the game, they're very comfortable on the ball, but they haven't actually had that intensity level.
Oh, is this a mistake now, Alex Swindle? Just slipping up there.
So I think that'll be the message, them being a little bit more intense around, especially in the final third, because they're keeping the ball easily. That Rhyl more than happy to watch the ball go side to side, keeping their shape. But there has to be some more threaded balls, a little bit more intricate passes, and probably more rotations, which is a surprise for Caernarfon.
Dan Thomas with a delivery. He's picked up by Brad Young now. What can he do? It's Sislovic. Dan Atkins, the one in his way. Towards the back post it goes. And it's Ben Lawrence, the number 2 with a header. As 2 minutes confirmed, added at the end of the first half. Morgan Owen up towards Rio Owen. And the two Owens combining for a Rhyl goal kick. In injury time of the first half. Rhyl from the second tier, holding Caernarfon from the Cymru Premier to a goalless first half so far. Is there a chance to change that and really upset things before the break? Jack Parry, he's down. Well, it says that the ball was won. Referee John Andrew Jones. No foul given, but Rhyl still there. Jack Parry tries to get the ball to the corner towards Ben Lightfoot. Another look at the foul appeal.
Yeah, I think that's a foul. Yeah, I don't think he's won the ball one little bit. And he's unable to stay on his feet, so therefore it's a foul.
Mooney. Seconds left now, remaining of the added time. It's Rhyl again winning the ball in the middle. Jack Parry is not coming up. Rhyl still coming. Ben Lawrence carrying the ball past his teammate. And Morgan Murray will be glad that the half-time whistle goes. Well, they'll be very happy with that, Rhyl, as Sislovic, one of many frustrated Caernarfon players, as it remains goalless at half-time. Morgan Murray possibly with the best opportunity of all for Rhyl. And join us for the second half at the moment. It's Rhyl 0, Caernarfon 0.
Well. Tipyn o hanner gan y Rhyl, tipyn i'w drafod o ran Caernarfon. Digon ni drafod hefyd, ond yn gynta, dewch ni edrych yn ôl ar rownd genderfynol ddoi, gwahanol iawn i heddi. Y Flint yn cwrdd y Bangor, dyma hi chi.
Mae yna 1,604 wedi cael tocyn ar gyfer y gêm yma. Dyna chi dorf gampus ar gyfer Gornes. Mae yna gymaint di bod yn edrych ymlaen i'w gweld i. Phillips! A mae Stevenson di'n rhoi fi mewn ar cychwyn perffaith i'r Flint. Jake Phillips a'i bas wedi mesur yn hyfryd. Y gwir amdani oedd i ry hawdd, ond mae'n hynod bwysig.
Mae Jake Phillips yn cael ei benni fyny, mae'n gweld Edgar Stevenson, a mae'n just pasio i. Lle maen nhw? Lle maen nhw ffynwyr Bangor?
Burke ag amser i edrych. Mae Ben Hughes di para a'i rediad. O, twt ganddo mae'n mynd i hyn! Oedd hi ar y bar! Fydda Honda di bod yn golwedd reiddiol. Ac yn y diwedd, oedd angen i Kai Owen ddod ar draws. Ond ag amsefyll dwi'n meddwl, gadwch ni edmygu'r ymdrech serch hynny. Mae Flint am geisio cymryd y gwynt allan o hwyliau Bangor y Bale. Mewn o chwilio am Reeves! A mae Reeves i'n rhoi fi dros y bar. Oedd o'n gyfle da, y croesiad gan Burke ac am groesiad.
Mynd i wneud rediad, mae'n amser i'n berffaith, a ti'n mynd gwneud neud lot o hwnna. Mae'r pŵar ar y croesiad, ni'n hawdd ag sgorio, sech chdi meddwl am gyfa.
Bodyn troed capten Bangor fanna'n ddigon, mae Phillips yn ei chasglu hi, tu allan i Phillips, mae Woolham. Troed ar y sbardyn, unwaith ys chydig bach rhy Howard! A mae'r Bale yn cael rhoi mewn gan Reeves. Fe fethodd o funud yn ôl. Diom yn methu honna. Mae'n ffordd bell yn ôl i Bangor nawr.
Wel, siampl da o ymwysodwr ddim yn cadw un methiant yn ei feddwl am eiliadau de. Croesiad yn gampus a mae o'n neidio wrth o samon o fama i gael ei ben droston a just cyfeirio'i sydd i ganol y gol i fewn i rwyd am gol i hon.
Mae angen rhywbeth ar Fangor i ddod nôl mewn i'r gêm yma. Kai Owen, maen nhw'n aros! Heibio'r postyn
mae'n just taro fo'r i ben a mae'n trio addasu draed y sydyn just i gyfeirio i defnyddio'r pŵer i fynd ei nôl a draws y golwr edrycha. Wow, mae'n agos.
Jonas chwilio am ffôn cystadleuol neilltuol, neb yn gallu cadw'r meddiant da gan Hughes i Lwybr Stevenson, y dymitharau gyntaf, mae'n pasio ar draws, mae'n dair, mae Rhyl di sgorio eto, ac mae rhaid i bod i ar ben ar Fangor, a dim ond hanner awr di chwarae.
Just y pwys ar y bas gan Wyn, gwych gan y fo, Stevenson di godi ben, yn ymwybodol, beth sy'n draws y gol iddo fo, mewn safle gwell, a mae Rhyl yn neud y dasg hawdda sydd na iddo gol.
Chydig bach gormod arni hi, a mae un o chwaraewyr mwyaf dylanwadol y gêm, Caernarfon, yn dod â hi o blaen Caernarfon. Mae Burke yn ei derbyn i at Abu Daki. Caernarfon yn dal yno, Burke di symud ni flaen. Ond mae hwnna'n bas hyfryd, Phillips allan, nawr te Stevenson mynd i hun, y golwr y gei digon, dim cweit digon. A mae Burke di troi'r dair yn beder, tor calon i Fangor.
Just chwarae'r bel y slic ac yn gofnym o un ochr y cae llall. Mae'r golwr yn ei arbediad da, ond wedyn just yr ail ergyd na'n dod i fewn, a mae'n glanio just ar draed Burke ar y postyn bellach. Ond yn sicr, maen nhw'n rheiddi y bedwerydd gol yma.
A mae'r peniad i gefn yr hwy gan Woolham. A mae'r beder yn 5. A mae'n mynd yn waith ac yn waith i Fangor i 8-7-6. Ac yn well i chwaraewyr gorfoleddus y Fflint.
Wel ia, si ddim yn marcio y chwaraewr ti fod i. A mae hyn yn beniad rhydd i ddeud y gwir, dydy. Mae'n rhy hawdd. Mae wedi bod yn hawdd i Woolham yn dyn yma dod i fewn a just codi hyn drostyn nhw.
Kai Owen yn chwilio am long oedd y targed. So wedi gallu dal honna, da chi'n meddwl? No, mewn â hi os y dal i pris. A mae mewn i'r hwyd. A mae Flint dildio gol am y clo cyntaf yn y gystadleuaeth yma. A mae Adam Long wedi rhoi rhywbeth i gefnogwyr Bangor 1876 i ddathlu.
Be oedd Flint yn neud yn y gol, mae'n hyn dod allan i bwdio hwnna lle, mae'n di chwaraewyr i hyn oedd yna. Mae'r croesiad dod i mewn, mae'n cryfennu wrth y gol, a mae Long just deud, just flic bach bychan ar y bel, just yn cyfeirio i'r gornel bellach, a ddim siawns yn y gol i'r Flint.
Cyfle i Logan Williams falle. I bas o greodd y gol. Chwilio am Rhyl! Arbediad ar campus. Fasa di bod yn rhyw fath o gysur i Fangor. Tasa Jamie Reid o bawb di sgorio.
So fod ddim di anghofio hwnna nasa. Ond Flint yn mynd ar draws i gol un ffordd ac wedyn yn newid i draed y sydyn efo'i cydbwysedd i gael yr arbediad yna.
Mae cefnogwyr a chwaraewyr Flint yn dyrnu'r awyr. Dyna mae'n ei olygu iddyn nhw. Am y tro cyntaf mewn 72 o flynyddau. Mae Flint yn rownderfynol Cwpan Cymru.
Y Flint yn dathlu Jamie Reid, Michael Johnson, mae bydd Mark Williams na ar un adeg. Gen i sgwrt o Juice nawr. Hon yn hwyrach heddi. Wrexham Caerdydd eto. Y benod ddiweddara yn y saga rhwng y ddau yma. A'r cwpan yw i eto. Cwpan wedi mynd i Wrexham. Tlws y brif adran. Beth am Cwpan Cymru? Pwy fydd yn cyrraedd y rownderfynol? A pwy fydd yn cyrraedd rownderfynion y dynion fan hyn yn ymuno gyda Flint. Stori wahanol iawn i'r hyn welson i ddoi. War y teg, Rhyl ynddi, mwy na ynddi. Gan i weld cyfleoedd y Rhyl nawr. Beth sydd wedi dal y sylwyd i fwyaf yn hanner cyntaf ran Rhyl, Mark?
Bod yn bod yn drefnus yn y cefn, a maen nhw'n mynd ar gêm i Caernarfon. Mae gen nhw'n gynllun allan o feddiant a mewn meddiant, ac mae'n glir i weld be maen nhw'n geisio wneud. Mae Caernarfon yn gwybod rwan bod ni mewn gêm. Mae'n wedi cael cyfleoedd da, Rhyl, rhaid dweud.
Cyfleoedd gorau, efallai?
Ie, dwi'n meddwl bod Caernarfon wedi cael, Swindell wedi cael arbediad i wneud. Ac hwnna fan'na, Conor Roberts yn rhithro allan. Archie Jones yn bron iawn, so sydd yn mynd hanner lladar yn gynharach, so yn cam sefyll. Ond wedyn Morgan Murray wedyn yn cael gath o gyflad o arbediad wych allan o Conor Roberts fan yma rwan, ac oedd bron, nath ddim disgyn i lwybr un o'r ymwysodwyr, ac efallai fod Dan Atkins ar ei sodla braidd. Ac hon bron iawn to hwnna, di bod i torri calona cefnogwyr y cofis tol i'r gol na, ond di werth cynnig a rhywbeth felly'n gallu glanio yn rwla ac yn lwcus Caernarfon allan yn gornel ar athi.
Achos un peth yw dal eich tir o bod yn drefnus, ond mae angen bygythiad, a maen nhw wedi dangos hynny hefyd, a Caernarfon, gen i weld i cyfleoedd nhw nawr, digon o feddiant. Be sy'n poeni chi falle o ran y Rhyl, achos mae yna gryfder yn aros i ddod mlaen falle o ran Caernarfon?
Oes, ac efallai dyna di'r gwaniaeth rhwng y ddau garfan heddiw yma, de, bod na mae yna ddyfnder yng Caernarfon, Josh Locks gallu newid gêm, Zach Clark, Adam Davies, jyst enwi tri o'r rheini, Iwan Lewis yn arall sy'n gallu creu o ganol cae, felly ia, mae'r ddyfnder gyn Caernarfon. Dwi'n meddwl fydd Richard Davies yn poeni ar hyn o bryd, ond mae'n gwybod tipyn gwell ers symud Rhys Owen ymlaen wrth ochr Brad Young, oherwydd oedd Brad Young yn unesig braidd ar ben ei hun yn y llinell lan, ac oedd hi'n hawdd i amddiffynwyr yr Rhyl. Mae'r broblam gwahanol yn y rwan efo'r Rhys Owen yna. A so nhw'n taflu rhywun fel Zach Clark, felly eto o gyn creu o gyn tal, ti'n cefn nhw'n neu Adam Davies sydd 5 modfedd, sa fo'n creu problemau, ac efallai bod nhw'n symud o 3 yn y cefn i 4 yn y cefn a bod fwy ymosodol.
Ie, mae'r gol cyntaf yna, mae'n ystrydeb, ond mae'n wir iawn fan hyn pnawn yma, gawn ni weld beth os daw gol o gwbl, pwy a wyr beth sydd i ddod, ond mae'n gyffroes, mae hynna yn bendant. Reit, ni'n edrych mlaen nesaf at gemau mawr sy'n dod diwedd y mis Cymru, rhyw gem fach ar gyfer cwpan y byd, gemau gyfle. I'm sure David wedi bod i gwrdd yn y ser y Swansea am Cullen.
Wales, Liam, you've got kind of a big month ahead.
Yeah, a little bit.
What does playing for Wales mean to you?
Yeah, I think it's the pinnacle for me. I love going away. I love the training, the football, working with the players that we have in the squad. I was probably one of the later ones in terms of age to get into the squad, and I never used to like seeing the team and not being there. So, yeah, once I got in the squad, I tried to make every opportunity count, and yeah, I don't know how many caps I've got now, but to have made as many as I have is really proud for me and my family, so hopefully I'll be able to make a few more.
Talk to me about the relationship and I guess the guidance that Craig Bellamy has given you as well since he came in. You alluded to it just now. He's changed the way that you watch football. So in what sense exactly?
In the sense that sometimes when you feel like everything can be on top of you, you feel like you're under constant pressure when, for example, you get the ball and he shows you a little detail and it's literally the smallest thing and it changes everything. The smallest detail can give you so much more time on the ball. So it's not just moving to sort of get yourself on the ball, it's moving to find someone else that maybe can go and attack a space that they've left. He's constantly thinking about how he can get the best out of the team, not just an individual. That's why we've done so well under him.
Bellamy came out after the North Macedonia game and very publicly was full of praise for you, said how intelligent you are as a player and sort of brought up the nonsense, he called it, in terms of the criticism that you get sometimes. You know, what was it like for you to hear that?
It's obviously a nice thing to hear. It gives you that extra little bit of confidence to know that you've had a good game or you've been playing well.
That game, you didn't get the headlines, you didn't get one of the goals, but Bellamy said, but the work that you do is what allows all the other forwards to be able to deliver.
I just try and be as selfless as I can. People like that, H, Brooksy, Bren, they're playing at the top level in the Premier League, and you can see the season that Harry's had. If you've got him in front of you, then why would you not try and move into spaces or give the ball to him in a space where he can go and do what he's been doing on a weekly basis? It was one of them games we had to win to get a home playoff. So, yeah, it was just about doing everything we can to win that game. And yeah, it was a really good performance that night.
A huge home playoff to come, Liam. First of all, against Bosnia, and then we'll wait and see what happens after that. How excited are you? Because, oh my word, it's just it's such a momentous occasion.
Yeah, it's massive. I've not come across Bosnia, obviously, since I've started playing in the team, but they've got some big players. Hopefully everyone can stay fit between now and then. Everyone can come in 100%, and we give ourselves that best chance of going and making it into the final.
Because the last World Cup, I think I'm right in saying you were in the fan park in Swansea watching the USA game.
Fan park, bucket hat on.
Love it. So have you thought about potentially will be like going from being a fan watching Wales at the World Cup to potentially being a part of the squad that goes out there.
Yeah, I've said it a few times, I'm desperate to play at a World Cup. My first call-up in the March after the World Cup, so I missed out by one camp, which obviously is a little bit gutting, but the way the World Cup went last time for the group, like people say on camp, obviously it didn't go well for us, so I think everyone's really keen to get that chance to go and sort of put it right and give a better version of Wales, so to speak. So yeah, hopefully we can go and give ourselves a chance of doing that.
Liam Cullen gyda Sioned Dafydd. Mae hon yn agosau. Cymru, Bosnia. Diwedd y mis, y cam cynta i gwpan y byd. Bydd yna gam arall, gobeithio, ar rownd derfynol. Mae'n fyw yr Esbydrec, wrth gwrs, edrych ma'n fawr i gael eich cwmni chi ar gyfer honna. Liam Cullen, chi wedi gol i golau, ddoi. Sgoriodd e gol anhygol. Abertawe yn ennill yn erbyn Stoke. Falle geith Mark Lloyd Williams sôn am hwnna'n sylwebu beth, achos oedd yna yn sylwebu arni ar Radio Cymru. Cullen yn sgorio. Richard Davies, oedd y merch yn rhy hapus, yn dod allan o stafell newid. Mae wedi cymryd i le, ddim yn cael bod wrth ochr y cae. Ond dwi'n hapus, achos mae'n ddi-sgôr y tîm o uwch gyngor Cymru. Ddim ffordd drwodd eto yn erbyn y Rhyl. Tîm y gwr yma, Paul Moore, di cael y cyfleoedd. Nôl ni at ein tîm y sylwebu felly.
Paul Moore, the Rhyl manager, he's smiling. He's certainly the happier of both managers as we are about to start the second half here at Colwyn Bay. It is Rhyl 1879 against Caernarfon, and it is goalless at the moment. Tier 1 Caernarfon versus Tier 2 Rhyl. Last time the two teams met, Rhyl was a different club, and it was an upset in the League Cup. Tier 2 Rhyl beating Tier 1 Caernarfon in 2018. Could that be on the cards again today? Good first half for Rhyl.
Excellent. I think it's the message would have been more of the same. I think Rhyl obviously are looking for that counter. They're in a little bit more of a deep block here as well, and Caernarfon have got it all to do.
Rio Owen carrying, and it's Mooney trying to get the ball past the defensive line. It's Mo Ali with a header, and easily collected by Alex Swindle in the goal. Not had much to do in the first half, Alex Swindle. Holmes out for a throw-in for Rhyl. Billy Holmes is just picked up by Jack Parry. Parry towards Lightfoot, an opportunity to shoot. It doesn't get to Connor Roberts because Phil Mooney was sliding in to block. Still there for Rhyl. Now with the opportunity for Caernarfon to break. They haven't had much opportunity in this kind of counter-attacking situation in the first half, and Tom Kemp with a clattering tackle on Rio Owen.
Yeah, no nonsense tackle that.
Another look at that Ben Lightfoot.
A little bit, yeah, it's just a little bit of a scuffy finish, wasn't it? It wasn't really clean on the strike. Similar to Siz's cross, just bobbles up a little bit.
Ben Lightfoot it is, following Morgan Owen for the ball. Gets it to Sislovic. Goes to Bradley Young. Plenty of space now for Sean Bradley. Bradley tries to fool Ben Lawrence, does get the cross in, it goes towards the back post. Darren Thomas over the bar.
It's an excellent defensive header if I've seen that right. I think it might have been Holmes. Just taking it off Mendes' head. Really good work by Bradley, gets the byline, asks the question, just a little flick to take it off Mendes. Just needs to get over the ball.
Lightfoot to Parry. He's holding... What is it? Holding his Achilles. There's a foul given by the referee. Foul by Mendes. Ben Lawrence towards Morgan Murray. The two they've been combining up the right-hand side for Rhyl. It's cleared by Sizlovic. Harry. Hewitt as well. Not giving Danny Gossett much chance to turn and get his cross cleanly. A lot of quality on that bench, isn't there?
Yeah, it goes without saying. I think we've mentioned it before. We've obviously got Josh Locke, obviously a match winner, a game changer. Then also you've got Adam Davis, who I believe is the top goal scorer, and he's not even getting onto the pitch at the moment. So a lot of options, a lot of attacking threats even to come on.
Yeah, Josh Locke, 4 goals in the cup, including a hat-trick against Penryn Coch earlier in the cup run. Iwan Lewis there too. Matty Jones. Zach Clark as well. And I suppose when it gets to the latter minute, that could well be the difference. As Morgan Owen tries to get Caernarfon ahead before then. Mooney to Bradley. Bradley is deflected off Hewitt, and Swindle decides to push it out. It is a kick. It is a corner kick for Caernarfon. Better safe than sorry, I suppose, from Alex Swindle. 5 minutes gone of the second half. Sean Bradley to the near post, and it's put in by Rio Owen. Well, it's Brad Young who finally got the final touch on it, possibly, but they don't care because they know Caernarfon are ahead. We talked about the quality that they had on the bench, but it's that man Brad Young, the quality on the field, the one that we identified before the game, that puts them ahead.
Yeah, so sharp, I think we said it, but what a great ball in by Bradley as well. The delivery, flat, horrible, first contact before the front post, and then it's who can react quickest. That's what good goal scorers do. They're always on their toes, they're in and around the goalkeeper. It's a fantastic set piece, it's a good little flick by Ryan Owen, and then obviously Brad Young, right time, right spot, 1-0.
Paul Moore on his side, held out for 50 minutes. He'll now have to come back. They've already done that once. They did so against Barry Town. They have finished strongly in the cup, coming back late against Barry, coming back late against Porthmadog. They have to do it again now if they are to upset the odds and get into a Welsh Cup final in what is only their 5th season in existence. Jack Parry. Parry takes it, and Archie Jones reaching. Can't quite get to it.
Real positive response by Rhyl. Is that the difference, though? That stretch from Archie Jones. The difference, obviously, down the other end, you got then Brad Young, who pounces.
Mowali, Ben Lightfoot with movement in the box, and Connor Roberts reads it. We see the previous chance first, Jack Parry.
Yeah, good work. Works onto his right foot, little deflection. Oh, it's just gambling, isn't it? A little bit earlier. And the stretch once again from Archie Jones, not quite be able to get there.
Painfully close once again by Archie Jones. Rhyl haven't lacked for opportunities, but it's being clinical. That's what Paul Moore's side has not managed to be in front of goal so far. some debate about who's throwing in here, I think. The referee says it's a Caernarfon throw-in. Brad Young, goal scorer, he still wins the ball towards Gossett. Tries to squeeze it towards Sislovic. Rhyl break. Morgan Murray. There's some space for Archie Jones. Roberts comes out with his head. He claims it. Confident goalkeeping there by Connor Roberts under pressure. Sislovic with the header down. It's going from one end of the pitch to the next at the moment.
Yeah, I think this is what Connor wants to do in the first half. Obviously, he's read it much better in the second half here.
Morgan Owen tries to get the cross in towards Danny Gossett. Harry. There's an appeal for a foul. Certainly from the Rhyl fans that have been situated around us. It's a bit of a frenzied feel to the game at the moment.
Yeah, I think this is a really important stage now for Rhyl. Obviously, they've just conceded. The next 5 or 10 minutes are really important. Stay in this game. Don't worry that you're 1-0 down. Obviously, it's a cup competition. What you don't want to do now is concede in the next 5 or 10 minutes and be totally out of it. And obviously they've got changes to make as well, Caernarfon, and obviously then to freshen things up. So the next 5-10 minutes they've really got to stay in it.
2,061 in attendance. A great turnout for a great occasion. And it certainly does feel there's a buzz around here. The Rhyl fans around us, well, I think they still feel that there's something in this for them. Caernarfon fans obviously buzzing by now. They're ahead. They've got 1 foot in that Welsh Cup final. Oh, but there's a deflection there. A glancing header towards the back post. Again, Rhyl painfully close. There's no lack of chances here for the Lily Whites.
Yeah, and there'll be more chances as well. Fantastic save by Connor. Really good movement by Archie Jones.
Brad Young. We have another look at that
Yeah, Dan's done really well. Waited for his opportunity. Ball comes in. Great run. Fingertips to Connor.
There's Archie Jones. Now we'll get the ball into the box, and there's a turn by Bradley Young. Gets his shot away towards Swindle, who collects quite easily. We've got some players with it, putting their tops on from the Caernarfon bench below us. Looks like Zach Clark and Josh Locker preparing to come on, as Phil Mooney leaves a lot on Archie Jones there and picks up a yellow card.
Yeah, definitely a yellow card as well. You can't come through the side of a player like that without not receiving a card.
Confirmation of a yellow card for Phil Mooney as we see the players coming on. Josh Locke and Zach Clark. Mo Ali up towards Ben Lightfoot. Atkins sent back, does well. Control that as he was sliding in. Oh, that was totally unnecessary by Brad Young. Oh, yellow card for, well, a clear bit of a loss of head there by Brad Young. Clearly frustrated by Dan Atkins' actions, but
I think it might be previous to that how Dan's won the ball back. Maybe he's saying his studs are up on the slide tackle before we see that replay. It's just happened before that, so I don't know if Brad Young thinks there was something or more in it with Dan's tackle.
And you need to be careful there, because that's this is their first one you're asking to see.
I mean, that's momentum's took Dan. He's actually took the ball with his foot on the ground, so I get it. It rides up a little bit, but there's no intent at all.
Well, Brad Young, lucky there, potentially to only have a yellow card. Clear intent to pull Atkins down. It is Caernarfon now on the attack. Some players sliding. Atkins and Morgan Murray with their scramble defence. Sislovic to carry, pulls well back towards Brad Young, and Rhyl Owen with a shot over the bar. A back heel, lovely by Brad Young to set it on a plate.
Really positive by Sis once again. Good pullback, Brad first touch, little back heel, and Rio's trying to find that far corner. Really good interchange between them three.
Well, we will see the changes now coming on. Zach Clark to come on for Darren Thomas, and Josh Locke on for Rhyl Owen, who's just had that opportunity. Discuss the quality that is coming off the bench for Caernarfon. Two players with experience of playing for TNS, crowned league champions this season already. First UEFA champions of 2025-26. Now Caernarfon through Gossett, going out wide to Zach Clark. What an impact that would have been. Substitutes first contribution. He gets a corner.
Yeah, Ryl's just had it pinched in the middle of the park there. A little bit of sloppy play, and then obviously there's 5-6 bodies at Caernarfon, and now there's two fresh attacking players as well to deal with, so Rhyl will have their work cut out, especially in the next 5 or 10 minutes. But as I said, they've got to stay in it, they've got to keep it still to 1-0. Anything can happen in them dying minutes as well in a cup competition.
Shaw Bradley to take the corner. Just over an hour gone. Bradley towards the back post of Swindle, swipes at it, takes it out wide for Dan Atkins to collect, and he's floored by Phil Mooney.
He's dealt with that really well. It was an in-swinger, deep corner. Under a little bit of pressure, but he manages to just get it to safety as well with a big hand.
Harry losing the ball in midfield. No opportunities recently for Rhyl to strike forward. Losing the ball in midfield. Bradley. Ball behind Ben Lawrence for Josh Locke to collect. Gets the ball into the middle. Now it's Bradley Young. Beaten by Ben Lawrence, and Sean Bradley can't get a shot away. Now Sislovic, and again Zach Clark this time. Other shot high and over. Caernarfon really trying to tighten the screw on the Rhyl now.
Yeah, 3 massive chances. Brad Young just keeps the ball alive after Locke's flicked it into the 18-yard box. Then it comes to Sis, good save. And I know it's difficult on this pitch, but that's 2 now that have gone over the bar just because lads are trying to take the lace out of it rather than having a little bit of composure and try and find the back of the net with the side foot. That's going to be the difference now. Obviously, this next goal is so crucial.
Rich Davis on his feet now. Bet there's a lot of nervous energy in that booth. The Caernarfon Town manager. A lot of frustration that he's not pitch side, I imagine. At least he's happy with the scoreline as it stands. Caernarfon lead. Never been in the Welsh Cup final before. Favourites to win today. Lock turns. Does get the ball to Clark. Lawrence slipped. How important will that be? Zach Clark! It's deflected out. Somehow, Rhyl clear. Brad Young was there trying to collect the crumbs in the 6-yard box, but Zach Clark was the one with the opportunity. Morgan Owen runs in to Billy Holmes, and there's a yellow card for the Rhyl left back.
Yeah, you can see from this replay now it's a foul, it's a body check, and this is where Zach's tried to get it onto his right foot. Good little bit of footwork, excellent block, and then Brad Young was just unable to get it under control to get a finish off. But again, the probing, the creating chances. I think Rich will want this next goal to go in pretty sharpish, just so people can start relaxing, because the more and more chances go begging, obviously Ryl's still in this.
Yeah, they've had a habit in recent rounds of coming back from behind. They've been in this situation before, including against Cymru Premier opposition, and still proceeding through the Welsh Cup. Can they withstand the pressure here? Danny Gossett with the corner, with the free kick even, over the bar. The captain now. Gossett, well, he's been knocking on the door, he's provided good quality crosses, he has had shots. Couldn't test Swindle in goal there. Lock. Lock with a good run, and he's pulled down by Mo Ali there. A clear yellow card for the Somali international.
They had to stop him somehow. He was in full flow then, Lock. Absolutely fantastic, running the ball at that pace on this pitch. Brilliant.
Well, he stopped one attack from Caernarfon, but they have got a good position here for the free kick. Sean Bradley, Danny Gossett and Josh Locke, the substitute, who was floored for the free kick. All three eyeing up the ball. Opportunity awaits now. Caernarfon to stretch the lead. Sean Bradley can't get it past the defensive wall. He tries again. And it does take a touch. It's out for a corner. Rhyl now really backs against the wall, trying to keep it to one goal. Bradley himself will be going over to take the corner. There needs to be a full concentration from Rhyl here just to stay in the game. Bradley has a good and strong header, and again Zach Clark, great position for the attacker, and somehow can't get it on target from there.
Yeah, I don't know if he's seen it late, but I don't even know if this is on target already as well from Brad Young. It's hard to tell. We'll be able to tell from this. yeah, it's needed that little flick. He just couldn't adjust his body, couldn't move his feet quick enough to get it goal side in order then to just get a little bit of an eyebrow on it into the far corner.
Some changes for Rhyl. And there's some attacking threats coming on. Atkins and Parry make way. They've worked hard, especially during that first half. But it's Damasa Kiwanda and Sam Duffy who come on. And Duffy in particular, he's been starting in the league. He's a new signing since January from Denby, and he has been starting to find the net in the league. 2 goals in 3 games, including last weekend against Rhyl. He did come on late against Barry. He has the second half of the second half, last quarter of the game, to create an impact here, number 15. Kiwanda, the other substitute. Morgan Murray. Murray into the box, just pushed out by Mooney. Mooney follows, and Murray, on a cross, headed out by Paulo Mendes. Caernarfon withstanding that wave of attack from Rhyl. Does it feel like they needed those legs, fresh legs? It's a bit of loss of tempo recently by Rhyl.
Yeah, I think as you alluded to, the both wide men worked really hard defensively as well, so it's going to take its toll. And as we move into the last 20 minutes, freshen things up and see if they can create opportunities exactly how he's just done then. Murray again going down the right hand side and putting a dangerous ball into the box. The Rhyl have now got to believe in the next 20 minutes they will get opportunities.
20 minutes left, plenty of time for the underdogs. Rhyl, 1879. Not so long ago playing Tier 4 football. Currently pressing for an equaliser just outside the Caernarfon Town penalty box, with 1 goal in it in the Welsh Cup semi-final. Rhyl, as a club, the old club, won the Welsh Cup on 4 occasions, twice in the 50s, twice in the noughties. It's that heritage, it's that history that was lost in 2020. But the town remembers, and this new club very much flying the flag at the moment. Ben Lawrence clears. We come back for the free kick. Morgan Murray on Kyle Harrison. Bradley to take the free kick. He's taking his time. Clark. It's collected by Gossett at the edge of the penalty box, and Kemp stands his ground. Holmes goes long. Rich Davis said he was expecting direct play by Rhyl. Afterwards, Josh Locke come Caernarfon. Now Brad Young in the box, and Zach Clark, the substitute, stretches the lead. It's 2 goals now for Caernarfon, and you feel now as if they're taking control of the game, taking control of the semi-final, and really now They'll be starting to look forward to a day out in Newport for the Welsh Cup final.
Well, there's the quality of the two substitutions. So Locke being able to take the ball without even a touch in that little pocket, playing Brad Young for then a square ball for Zach to just easily put it in. Really good play, quality, highest quality from Josh Locke.
Great combination of those three. Movement.
Yeah, it's the pace that it's done at as well. Especially people don't know how tricky it is to travel with the ball. Josh has not even took a touch. He's let the ball roll across his body, opens the whole picture up. The defence have then got a problem with obviously then Zach and Brad Young splitting both of them, and you can't mark them.
Caernarfon Town in fine voices by now. There's Clark tries to create again. Well, I felt as if there was a way back at one goal down for Rhyl. It looks like a tall order now.
It is. I mean, they will fight. They'll be resolute because they have been all game, and all credit to them. What they probably need now in the next 5 minutes is to probably tweak things a little bit, just to ask a question. It is a cup competition. They're going to have to go on the front foot a little bit more.
Clark into the box. Is there a third? And almost off Tom Kemp, who is furious with his teammates.
Real positive again. Zach Clark cut across, asking questions. That's all the defender can do, put himself in a position. Obviously he's looking to gain good contact. Unfortunately enough, it hasn't gone in the top corner.
Well, Tom Kemp, who was a member of the Prestatyn squad in 2013 when they won the Welsh Cup, didn't play a part of that cup run. He'd be a key part in the Rhyl run to the semi-finals so far. Captaining today. Locke. Josh Locke towards Bradley. He's gone past Ben Lawrence. Rocco Hewitt slows things down, but Caernarfon are still there, still with the ball in the box. Bradley towards Bradley Young. Well, Sean Bradley's stayed down. That wouldn't be a good sign for Caernarfon. And Rhyl attacking as well. Morgan Murray, he's got 3-4 ahead of him. Kiwanda, he takes his time. Is it too much? Too much hesitation. Kyle Harrison can come and break things up as Rhyl tried to counter there. It was on.
It was. This is the difference. So if you just go back to the Caernarfon goal, how quickly they attacked, how from foot, the pass in front of the player, the touch, gets the attack quick. Unfortunately, this occasion for Rhyl, it slowed it down the ball, and the touch slowed the whole attack down. Therefore, it eventually gets sniffed out.
There's Richard Davis, the manager that takes Caernarfon to the Welsh Cup final for the first time ever. He's already taken them to Europe for the first time ever. Danny Gossett. It's the ball back to his own keeper, Connor Roberts, who clears. Ben Lawrence back to clear up. A reminder that another Welsh Cup semi-final on the way later on this afternoon in the Bute Energy Welsh Cup. And Wales women win comfortably yesterday against Montenegro. It's the domestic game for the women later this afternoon with Wrexham against Cardiff. Wrexham already won the Gennaro Adron Trophy, looking to complete a treble. Roberts taking his time. Long ball by Conor Roberts right onto Adon Sislovic's chest. And now Kiwanda, can he take more intense now? A bit too much perhaps. He's taking a bit out of Kyle Harrison and he gets a yellow card for his efforts.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit late, isn't it? A little bit of follow through with.
Conor Roberts to take a free kick. Sislovic into the middle. Rhyl starting to run out of time now as we approach the last 10 minutes. A good turn in the box by Danny Gossett. Where can he turn to? Josh Locke, that's who. And it's taken a deflection out for a corner. Locke's done a good impact since coming on, hasn't he?
Yeah, really good. And throughout the game, Danny Gossett just took the ball once again, moved it off its line, causing problems, trying to set people up. Both Locke and Danny Gossett over the past 20 minutes has really turned the screw in this game.
Bradley to take the corner. He's got Josh Locke as a short option. It is taken. Bradley continue with his run. He falls in towards the near post. Billy Holmes heads out and Morgan Owen sends it far away from the target. Again, we've seen him hit the target from distance. I think he's reliving that. Oh, I can see some Caernarfon players and Griff John in the... There he is, close above. Griff John, who was beaten by Rhyl in the Cup, playing for Porthmadog in the 4th round. He's still a Caernarfon boy. Here supporting his former club. Lightfoot out towards Morgan Murray. They'll need a goal now to get themselves back into this game. They held out for so long. 50 minutes conceding that first goal. They were very much the underdogs coming into the game. Lawrence towards Ali. Lawrence again. He's got Morgan Murray as support. Tries to take it on himself now. Gets the ball to Murray. Towards the 6-yard box. It's flicked out and Gossett clears. Clark. A good touch. Just to drive the ball forward. Tom Kemp will meet and Tom Kemp will have a very well-timed tackle.
Yeah, he's done that a few times now. He's come across, covered his right back really well and cleared it.
Well, you got to commit, and he did, didn't he?
Yeah, and Rhyl are committing more men forward as well, so that might happen a few more times now, some last-ditch tackles, but they're going to have to do something. They certainly are, because there's 10 minutes to go here and they're running out of time.
Well, it won't be Tom Kemp doing those anymore, though, because he comes off. Oliver Fido comes on instead of him. And James Farr also comes on instead of Archie Jones. Another change for Caernarfon as well, Matty Jones. Looks as if he's going to come on. Not sure if they're going to wait until after the throw is taken. Sean Bradley is going to come off.
Another good performance by Sean Bradley, asking questions constantly of the back line of Rhyl, stepping past, putting dangerous balls in.
Mark Orme congratulating Sean Bradley on his contribution. And Matty Jones, his first contribution will be this throw-in, a substitute. towards Bradley Young. Morgan Owen. It's a run forward. Ball gets to Lock. Shepherded out for a Rhyl throw in the last 10 minutes now. Looks like Caernarfon got the game won. The fans of Caernarfon. Great turnout here, over 2,000. Corner. Matty Jones, a substitute, towards the near post, it's headed out. And a goal kick. 5 minutes to go. Plus added. And he's got a Welsh Cup final to prepare for against Flint, it seems. They're going in as favourites as the top 6 team.
Yeah, I think it's understandable that they'll go in as favourites, but one thing's for sure, Flint have got a lot of firepower as well, so they will be tested a little bit more in the final third. So it's important that Caernarfon will get the balance right in that final, if they go on to that final, that is.
Yeah, there's still technically time. Although looking at the sidelines there, you can see in the bottom of the screen the head of Adam Davis, Caernarfon Town's top scorer, about to come on. Sislovic. Ball gets to Lock. Out for a throw. A lot of hard work provided by Rhyl during the game. It does feel as if all that hard work starting to show in Rhyl's tempo at the moment.
Yeah, they are tired, and that's understandable. They worked hard in the first half, and Caernarfon are restricting them to very little opportunities, probably because of what a physical load and demand it's been on throughout the game. And that will continue probably in the next 5 minutes as well. There'll be opportunities for Caernarfon, but Rhyl have got to hang in there. Maybe a set piece corner, and then who knows.
Mo Ali. Ali almost gets the ball forwards to the substitute James Farr. Sislovic. That was Morgan Owen trying to play the ball out wide towards Matty Jones, but it's picked up by Ben Lawrence. Now there's an energetic run by Morgan Murray, who somehow is still running despite working so hard. Strong on the ball as well. Mooney trying to steal it away from him. Good work by Morgan Murray. And finally the ball plucked away from him. Paulo Mendes in the end. And Danny Gossett. There's a free kick given. Conceded by William Holmes. Jones coming over to give a yellow card to an assistant or coach on the bench. who was protesting the lack of a decision in their favour there was the reason for the protests.
Yeah, I think that's clean. I don't think that's a free kick at all. Murray's done ever so well there, wriggling around for 10-15 seconds, and then got a little bit tired, a little bit loose, and dispossessed.
Final substitutes for Caernarfon, Adam Davies and Iwan Lewis to come on. Brad Young is the one going to leave. This is his goal. The one that sealed the victory here. And you get the applause of the Caernarfon fans, particularly behind the goal. They've been vocal throughout the game. Iwan Lewis to have just the injury time to play, really. Last 30 seconds of the 90. Matty Jones and, well, no Town Kemp as captain to have the clattering tackle, but Rocco Hewitt now with the captain armband taking on the mantle himself. Davis happy to take it to the corner. Gossett, 6 minutes for Caernarfon, just a hold out. Looking for a third, even to just put the cherry on the cake.
I think they've managed this second half really, really well. Potentially they could have got caught, and you know there was a couple of opportunities early on in the second half for Rhyl, but up until this point now, the way they've gone about things in the final third and how clinical they've been, fully deserved to going through to a final.
Lawrence doing well to evade the tackle and as well to get the ball too far. The substitute outside is Theodore, the other substitute. Lightfoot, just wrong-footed was Ben Lawrence. So our Welsh language counterparts have chosen their man of the match, and it's Danny Gossett. Is a fair judgment.
100%. First half performance outstanding. Second half performance, as I said before, started to turn the screw on the ball, but even the work rate off it, he's sometimes on the top line, he's linking things. Every part of his game for a central midfield player is got a tick box in it. An excellent performance once again from Dan.
Iwan Lewis, the substitute. It's long towards Lock. He's got options in the box. Just to finish the job from a Caernarfon perspective. Darren Thomas, local hero for Caernarfon, started the game as captain. He's going to be in the Welsh Cup final. Morgan Murray tries a flick to get past Matty Jones. Tries to take the throw in quickly. Kawanda is there. And he's been bested by Kyle Harrison since coming on. Rhyl fans behind the goal. Well, they've got a team that's sitting well in the Cymru North top 3 they look pretty much safe, but 5th coming into this weekend. I mean, they'll be looking at next season, hoping to push on and grab a promotion spot, won't they?
Yeah, they will. And also what they can do is they can take a lot of pride in what they've done in the cup competition, motivation side of it, momentum, and that should now go into next season.
Kiwanda battling for the ball as we approach the penalty box. Defence been quite strong for Caernarfon today when needed.
Yeah, they've marshalled that front line of Rhyl really, really well. And they've been in control, full control, probably the first 5 minutes. As I say, there was a couple of individual battles with Archie Jones and Harrison. That got tasty for 5 or 10 minutes, but ultimately the pressure that Caernarfon have been putting on Ryl's back line has been unable to unsettle the front line.
Lightfoot goes far. Substitute. Now Lawrence. Is there a consolation goal here for Rhyl? A little positive spin on the end of the afternoon. Morgan Murray can't get the power behind the shot. And it's unfortunate for someone who has been a standout for Rhyl.
Yeah, he's worked really, really hard. I think if anybody deserves the reward, it's him. He's been a threat constantly, and he's still trying different things to try and affect the game.
Lawrence. Kiwanda just curls it into the 6-yard box, and it's an easy collect for Connor Roberts. Less than a minute to go for Caernarfon to finally step into the Welsh Cup final. It'll be an afternoon in Newport in April. This season played before the last game of the season, of the league season. He's counting the seconds. He's not happy, Rich Davis. He's got a 2-goal lead. I think he should be a bit more relaxed, don't you, Michael?
I think it's the opportunity now of them obviously getting a goal and throwing the ball into the box and give them an opportunity that he won't be happy with. This is a bit of an unnecessary foul.
We're in borrowed seconds for Rhyl now. The 6 minutes added have been played. There's a ball easily headed out. Lightfoot. They have a history of scoring late. And Ben Lawrence. His opportunity came, and his shot pressed out for a corner.
Great punch pass in, broke the line, good first touch. Just needs to go across Connor instead of that near post.
Ben Lightfoot goes for goal! Oh, what a goal! A wonderful goal for Ben Lightfoot. Scored late, the winner against Porthmadog in the 4th round. Scores a wonderful goal late here. Is it a consolation? Well, they've set up to kick off again, but they were on borrowed seconds before. I wonder how much we'll get.
Yeah, Caernarfon players just haven't got there in time to close the shot down. It's on target, and when it's on target, it's got a chance. It's found the corner.
He's been a hero for Rhyl in this cup run. That's his 5th goal in the Welsh Cup. Surely not. Surely no drama. Kiwanda with the back heel. The Rhyl supporters are on their feet. Mendes keeps it in play. Kiwanda. Now it's Mo Ali. A heavy touch. And he has to delay. He can't shoot. It's out. Now the ball in towards Theodore, and that was it. That was the last chance of the game. The Rhyl players are on the floor. Caernarfon have done it. They are in the Welsh Cup final.
yma, mae tîm Tre'r Cofi yn cael cam ymlaen i'r gêm fawr. Caernarfon bydd yn wynebu y Flint yn roddi Pered fis nesa. A da chi'n gallu teimlo y rhyddhad o amgylch y stadiwm. Y cefnogwyr yn dathlu, Caernarfon sy'n cael cam ymlaen. Y sgôr terfynol yn ffordd Llanelian, y Rhyl 1891, Caernarfon 2.
Am ymdrech gan y Rhyl, ond Caernarfon yn y rownd derfynol am y tro cyntaf erioed. Dewch i ni gael yr ymateb. Draw at Ifan Gwilym.
Wel, Sean, llongyfychiadau Caernarfon o'r diwedd yn ffeinal Cwpa Cymru. Wel, shit i teimlo i ddechrau?
Dan over the moon. Wel, na chydig bach o pressure yn mynd o fewn i'r gêm fel y tîm uchaf yn ffordd, ond na, just falch bod y gêm di mynd ffordd hwnna, ia, falch o gael mewn i'r ffeinal.
A gymryd tipyn hanner cyntaf di sgôr, o ran y test o'r nhw i chi, oedd hi'n ddim yn gêm hawdd?
Na, ddim yn gêm hawdd o gwbl, ond dwi'n gwybod gennym ni, a oedden ni'n digon da first half na, gennym ni lefelau i fynd fyny. Ond na, llawn chwarae teg i'r Rhyl wrth nhw allan yma, ia, ar mwyn o'n anodd iddyn ni.
A Dani, o ran ti perfformiad a gys ti alw'n ser yn y gêm gan sylwebwyr Cymraeg, just sut oedd e'n teimlo mas yna?
Ia, just yr aim o just gael fewn i'r ffeinal na dim ots sut oedden ni'n curo heddiw. Fatha Brad yn deud, hanner gyntaf na, oedden ni'n lacio mewn quality i'r intensity. Bob parch i Rhyl am wneud yn ffantastig i guro'r semi-final, oedden ni'n gwybod beth nhw'n dod fewn i'r gêm, di curo Barry. Ond ia, just mor hapus gael fewn i'r ffeinal fan.
Ia, a pnawn fach da i edrych ymlaen i, rhywbeth rili da i chi fel unigolion hefyd, nid just fel clwb.
O, yndi, tro gyntaf i'r clwb i gael fewn i'r Welsh Cup final, so absolutely buzzing to gweld beth mae feddwl i'r crowd, yr tîm, pob sy'n gwmpas i'r clwb, mae'n lot o buzz yma ar y funud, so edrych ymlaen i gael fewn i'r final yma.
Diolch, Dani.
Llongyfarchiadau enfawr i Caernarfon, ond mae werth gweld hyn hefyd. Golygfeydd o ran y Rhyl, y chwaraewyr yn cyfarch eu cefnogwyr am ymdrech gan Rhyl. Mark Lloyd Williams gyda fi. Wel, maen nhw'n mynd allan o hyn gyda'i sydd yn gadw pennau uchel iawn, Mark.
Fedrith, a i'r neutral bechos y gol oedd i ddod 5 munud yn gynharach. Ond ia, ddim gol wych gan Ben Light. Dyn nhw'n ôl i mewn i'r gêm, ond rhedeg allan amser yn y diwedd. Ond Caernarfon oedd y tîm cryfar ar draws y 90 munud. A ti'n gweld y cryfder na sydd yn y garfan. Zach Clark a Josh Locke yn creu argraff yn dod oddi ar y fainc. A dyna'r gwaniaeth yn y diwedd.
Ie, ni'n gael fwy o mateb nawr wrth i ni weld chreuwyr Rhyl gyda'i teuluoedd ar cefnogwyr, ond Caernarfon sydd yn y rownd derfynol nôl at Ifan.
Wel, Darren, ti'n bod yn rhan mawr o hanes y clwb yma a chi wedi creu hanes to heddi, sut mae'n teimlo i fod yn ffeinal Cwpa Cymru?
Superb, bydd y gwerth i chi. Tro gyntaf i ni mynd i'r ffeinal ac ddim bach yn tyff, bydd y gwir. Ond yn diwedd, nath ni manage i gael y gol na second half, a wedyn nath ni just dechrau dominatio wedyn chwarae teg i'r Rhyl, nath nhw'n rhaid gêm iawn i ni a bob lwc iddyn nhw. Efo'r lig a bod o'n ansefynnol, ond efo ni yn final, diwrnod day out arall i'r Cofis, ideal.
Mae'r cefnogwyr wedi bod yn wych heddi, be chi'n disgwyl fyna yn Casnewydd?
Byddwn ni disgwyl yn un o'r un beth. Da ni'n gwybod beth gennym ni oedd y Cofis yn y Portstar os ti'n bod, bydd y final yn diwrnod da, dwi'n meddwl, fydd yna lot fwy na hyn sy'n ni'n meddwl yna. Bechod bod i yn South Wales, ond dwi'n siŵr na ni ffeindio ffordd yna.
Chi wedi creu hanes yn ddiweddar wrth cyrraedd Ewrop, a Morgan, nes ti sgorio'r gol gyntaf yn Ewrop. Ti'n ffansi sgorio'r gol gyntaf mewn ffeinal Cwpa Cymru?
Ia, gobeithio. Bydd yn occasion da bydd y support gwych heddiw eto. A gobeithio mi fath lawr yn Newport a tro cyntaf yn ffeinal a gobeithio tro cyntaf Caernarfon.
O'ch chi mi mewn di sgôr ar y hanner, oedd hi'n gêm anodd ar y dechrau?
Oedd, o'n i'n bach yn slo, o'n i'n meddwl hanner gyntaf o Bell a dipyn bach o cyfleon, ond o'n i'n deud hanner amser jyst symud y Bell yn mwy sydyn, ac dwi'n meddwl nath ni ail hanner chwarae teg i Rhyl eto fatha da sy'n deud roi gêm i ni, ond falch mwyn i'n cyrraedd yn diwedd.
Diolch Morgan. Pob lwc yn y ffeinal.
Diolch.
5 wythnos i heddi, fydd hi, byddwn ni yng Nghas Newydd. Darren Thomas ddim yn hapus bod ni'n South Wales, ond dyna ni'n barod amdani. Flint a Caernarfon. Y gol gyntaf ni'n teimlo ar yr egwyl oedd yn bwysig. Caernarfon a hi. Beth nath newid yn yr ail hanner, ti'n meddwl?
Dwi'n meddwl oedd Sean Bradley fwy ymosodol. Oedd y chwarae uwch i fyny'r cae ac i gornel o rhediad rioedd a draws y postyn agosau na. A mae yna, yn goliau ymosodwyr yn y cwrt 6. Bara menyn i rwy'n fel Brad Young a hwnna mewn gêm agored oedd Caernarfon ddim yn creu'r i lawer tan ar ôl y gol yna a oedd wedi gymryd i gosod i dorri'r Rhyl ac yn y diwedd i cryfder yn ei carfan oedd y chwarae fel Josh Locks a Clark ymlaen nath nhw newid y gêm coesa ffres creadigol a nath nhw chwarae ran yn yr ail gol do.
Pawb yn dweud bod y ciciau cornel ma'n bwysig. Tymor yma, rhai yn cwyno, dych chi'n gweld beth gan reolwr yr Rhyl. Paul Moore i ddweud, mae fe gyda Ifan.
Well, Paul, wasn't to be today. What did you make of it?
It was a great cup tie, wasn't it? It was a good game. I felt the first half was quite cagey on both sides. We stopped them from, getting in behind us, which was what we planned to do. And we had some really good chances in the first half. And I thought that had we, it's pulled off a great save, the keeper from Morgan. And I think if we'd have scored one of those goals, then, it could have been a little bit of a different tale. But, they're a good side, and it's a Premier League side against us from Tier 2, and I thought we put a great effort up, and I'm really proud of the lads. I'm proud of all my staff, Ronnie, Matty, and Zion. We've worked extremely hard to get where we are today, and and those travelling supporters. Unbelievable. So, it was going to be a tough test today, but I thought the lads did fantastic.
The fans obviously only just stopped singing behind you. Yeah, hopefully that buoys you for the rest of the season, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've still got quite a lot to play for, in the respects that we want to finish as high as we can in that league table, and the lads have been fantastic all season. It's our first season in Tier 2, and we've got to the semi-final of the Welsh Cup. And all right, it's not to be today, but that's football, and they took their chances when they had them. But we made it a nervy sort of like 30 seconds, didn't we? And certainly when we got the ball in the box, I thought, could we? Is it going to be 2-2? But you know what? At the end of the day, good luck to Caernarfon. They've played well today, and they've gone through. So good luck in the final between them and Flint. Whoever wins that on the day, then fantastic. It's a European ticket. But for us, we go back to the drawing board and get ourselves ready for the league. So thank you very much.
Thanks to you. Diolch.
Thank you.
Diolch yn fawr iawn iddo fe a'r clwb am y rhediad, ond y ddau yma yw'r ddau ola'n sefyll yng Nghwpan Cymru. Caernarfon a'r Flint. Wel, yn chi na, 5 wythnos i heddi, 12 o Ebrill a'r cyfan yn fyw ar S4C. Ni'n edrych ymlaen yn fawr at honna. Cefnogwr o Gogledd Cymru'n heidio lawr i'r te. Dyma'r ail gol, nath fwy na lai sicrhau'r fuddugoliaeth gol hwyr yr Rhyl. Ni'n gweld Josh Lock, oedd e'n nghanol popeth ar ôl dod mlaen, a Zach Clark.
Ia, Gossett yn dechrau symudiad a bas na wedyn i frasgam Brad Young. A dwi'n meddwl bod Brad Young yma, ti'n sbio'r i lygyd yma, chwilio nôl i chwarae'r bel yn ôl i Josh Lock ac bas braidd rhy bell i Lock, ond o Zach Clark yn ar y postyn bella jyst i fwydo i mewn i rwyd wag. Mae ti'n gweld Josh Lock fy'n anusu gael o gol, so wedi chwarae'r 1-2 ac dyna diod gwaniaeth yn yr ansodd ar safon pan ti'n y tri yn ôl yna i holli'r amddiffyn.
Do, ni sôn amdano fe drwy gydol y pnawn. Cryfder Caernarfon a'r rheolwr yn gwylio o'i gell. Mae fe ar y cae erbyn hyn. Richard Davies, gyda Ifan.
Wel, Rich, chi wedi creu hanes unwaith eto. Llongywichiadau chi'n rownd-derfynol Cwpan Cymru. Sut ti'n teimlo?
Ia, ffantastig. Gêm anodd, a dwi eisiau dweud chwarae teg i'r Rhyl. Di gyrraedd y semi-final a roi performance nathon nhw i'r gêm i ni. O'n i'n teimlo bod ni wedi chwarae fewn i 2 o'n first half. Bod dim rhy slow, dim cymryd digon o risks o falle, ac just y tempo a oedd o'n siwtio nhw rhoi dynion to i bel. Ond maen nhw'n heddi credit i gyrraedd y semi-final efo lle mae'r clwb di ail-establish o bod mae'r Ivory Coast i po o'i dim yn fanna lle. Ond ymlaen i ogio fi, ia, doedden ni'n gwybod bod ni eisiau gorfod o well y symud y bel yn gynt second half. Oedd ni'n cael lot o territory, a lot o possession, ond o'na spel yn y second half na lle dylswn ni wedi lladd y game off a nathon ni yma wedyn. Da ni'n neud o'n anodd i'n hynna'n diwedd yn cysidio fanna, a ma'n nyrfa ni reit ar yr edge lle, ond oedd e'n gorfod bod y perfformiad gorau iddiw. Oedd e gyd am cyrraedd y ffeinal na. So, da ni wedi neud hynna, a eto, fath o'n eisiau dweud cyn y gem, da ni wedi creu hanes eto yn y clwb ma. So, edrych ymlaen ar y ffinal, fydd yn chlysu'r ffantastig, a dwi'n siŵr nawn ni'n da lot o'r cofiam i fyny a neud diwrnod ni.
Ni'n mynd i ofyn am hynna. Mae hwnna'n mynd i fod... Chi wedi creu hanes yn barod, dwi'n gweud cyrraedd Ewrop, ond sut mae'n cymharu o ran y pethau chi eisiau cyflawni fel clwb y Cwpan Cymru yn Trwffi Cabinet?
Wel, dwi'n meddwl gwni byth gwell opportunity gyda fo. Mae pawb yn siarad bob tro fo dod â TNS ag fe Flint yn anodd. Nes i watch y gêm oedd yn wych. So, mae'n mynd i fod yn gêm anodd, ond eto mae rai ni goelio a cael confidence a'r belief efo beth gyda fi yn garfan fi. So, sa curo Cwpan Cymru, sa fan unbelievable bys am every manager, every player's dream, mae'n unbelievable gwpan i fod yn involved efo. So, da ni rod i bod yn y ffinal yma, so mae hynna'n neis ddechrau fo, ond diolch mewn byd sa da ni'n gyda fo'n.
Bob lwc yn y ffinal.
Diolch mewn.
Diolch boi. Ni'n edrych mlaen yn barod. Mae'n mynd i fod yn gêm anodd ar ôl gweld Flint dros yr wythnosau diwetha. Oedd hi'n gêm anodd pnawn yma ar Rhyl, mae rhaid ni. Mae cael gymaint o ganmoliaeth. A'r ffordd yn gario mlaen tan y diwedd, Mark, yn cael y gol. Oedd hi ddim i fod, ond am ddrama.
Rhaid chdi wedi clod a i gymeriad y tîm Rhyl, ac on, mae'n siŵr gol gorau'r gêm, sa ti fydd o.
Mae fe'n fod yn tanio nhw trwy'r cwpan i fod yn deg, Lightfoot.
Do, mae o, ac mae'n nath o'n wych o fanna, ond dwi'n dweud yn gynharach, sa'n rhyw 2-3 munud arall o'r gêm yn weddill, sa'n fwy o nerfysrwydd yn amddiffyn Caernarfon, a bron iawn nhw'n gael yn tygad y diwan na, ond chdi bach yn ei hwyr efallai i Rhyl, ond wedi'n tynnu'n byd oedd ar i perfformiad, fydd y rheolwr Rhyl Glamar mor falch o be maen nhw wedi gwneud, a dydyn nhw defnyddio hwn wan i ysbrydoli nhw, fe fedrwyth nhw'n gwneud yn ebyn y tîma o diwch yn gwneud Cymru, ceisio gadael chafiad y tymor nesa?
Wrth gwrs, achos falle bach rhy bell o ran tymor yma o ran sicrhau y tri eich yna, ond mae'r Rhyl yn bendant, chi'n teimlo, maen nhw ar y ffordd nôl, maen nhw nôl ar ôl cyfnod anodd iawn. Reit, mwy o bêl droed byw i ddod cyn bo hir, cewch chi gael paned, ond mae hon yn dechrau am gorter wedi 4, yn fyw ar S4C, Wrexham Caerdydd yn cwrdd â'i gilydd unwaith eto. Y cwpan, tro ma, Cwpan Cymru, y menywod, y rownd gyn derfynol. A dyma hi felly yr eiliad fawr, y gol gynta, dechrau y dathlu i Caernarfon. Maen nhw'n y rownd derfynol, diolch rhawn i Mark Lloyd Williams, a diolch i chi am eich cwmni. Llongyfarchiadau i'r cofis, fel ni chi'n byr. Ta-ra!